grew up, my mom was a piano teacher and was taking piano lessons throughout most of my life, and then started playing guitar around the age of 13, and then that kind of overtook the passion, if you will. Just kind of kept playing guitar, started working at a guitar shop all throughout high school, and it was just one of those hole-in-the-wall sort of bluegrass stores where lots of different pickers would come in, everybody from locals to people like Tommy Emmanuel and stuff like that would just pop on by, you know, old ratted up couch with a dog waiting at the door. But just kind of was introduced to that whole environment, and then came up to Nashville, attended Belmont University, and at first I was classical piano and jazz guitar, but then I once again just kind of dropped the classical piano and started playing just a whole lot of guitar. Main musical influences, I mean, that everybody from the Beatles, that's kind of what I was raised on. My parents just played them nonstop, and then started getting into oldies rock like Led Zeppelin when I started really getting into guitar, and then around the time that I started working at the music store, all sorts of bluegrass players, you know, Tony Rice and Tommy Emmanuel, people like that, and then these days just about everything and anything. Met a lot of different people at Belmont, you know, made a lot of connections there. You know, the main thing was just living in Nashville for 4 years. You just meet a whole lot of different people, and met a good buddy who ended up getting me my first gig with a group called Love and Theft, and then from there went on to Scotty McCreery, and just have met a whole lot of people. You know, I tell people there are certain things that you remember in life. Like I remember the first time that I heard Led Zeppelin, it was just one of those nothing will ever be the same type moments. The first time I heard Chet Atkins, you know, the bar was just raised, and we were on tour with Brad Paisley, and his guitar player Gary Hooker asked me if I'd ever heard of McPherson guitars, and I said yeah, but I've never played one. And he went over and grabbed me one of his and handed it to me, and I just picked it up and just played into a big old G chord and just sort of froze and just sat there and let it sustain for what seemed like about 2 hours, and then laid into it one more time and froze again. And it was just one of those nothing will ever be the same kind of moments. The acoustic guitar bar was reset. They're unbelievable guitars. The way that they brace the neck, it just creates incredible playing facilities, so you can play real fast stuff, you know. It also is just incredibly versatile. You can play just about any genre of music on it, from, you know, rock and roll to bluegrass. Anything. I mean, just whatever you throw at it, it handles. It's got an unoffensive boominess that is just real nice and thick, but it's also got just crystal clear, rich mid-range and perfect highs. It's just across the board, frequency-wise, it just responds to everything perfectly. And also, every time that you take it out of the case, it's in tune. That's a big plus.